The most expensive client you'll ever have usually looks like your best client. Good budget, quick reply, friendly tone. And still, something felt off. Most small business owners ignore that feeling. They say yes, take the deposit, and spend the next 3 months paying for it. Today, I'm going to show you how to run 3 prompts in ChatGPT that evaluate a new client before you commit, so you stop saying yes to the ones who cost you more than they pay. The wrong client doesn't just take your time. They take your best work, they move the goalposts, and they leave you with a testimonial you can't use and a reference you wouldn't give. And there is an emotional cost too. The Sunday dread, the emails you avoid, the work you deliver knowing it won't be enough because it was never going to be enough. And the worst part is, most of the signals were there at the start. You just didn't have a system for reading them. Julia is a solo brand strategist. Last week, a law firm reached out. Full rebrand, 4-week timeline. The budget was the biggest she'd seen in months. The email was friendly, but then she reread it. Someone flexible who can move fast. She's heard that before. It usually means we'll change the brief 3 times and expect you to absorb it. But the budget is real, and she needs the work. So instead of guessing, she runs the system. Before she replies, she opens ChatGPT and runs this prompt. 3 questions, multiple choice, so the real risks get named before she can talk herself into ignoring them. All 3 prompts are in the description. Now she has the facts. Prompt 2 scores the opportunity with a rating, the 2 biggest risks, and 1 thing she hasn't consciously named yet. Yellow, proceed with conditions. Not a no, not a blind yes. And yellow means the opportunity is real. But without protection, she'll spend twice the hours for the same fee. But look at that last section. Scope expansion disguised as being flexible. She felt that. She hadn't named it. That one line changes the entire conversation. A client who opens with flexibility isn't thinking about what they'll deliver. They're thinking about how much they can ask for. She has a score. She has a condition. Now run this prompt to get the actual reply. Warm, professional, build around 1 thing she needs before she says yes. That reply does 3 things. It signals she's selective, it tests whether the client can think concretely, and it introduces the brief as a natural part of the process, not a demand. She hasn't said yes, she hasn't said no. She's found out whether this client is worth her time without spending any of it. These 3 prompts don't tell you who to work with. They tell you what you're actually agreeing to before you agree to it. Julia didn't say yes or no. She said, show me who you are first. And that one question will save her from 3 months of doing the wrong kind of work. The most expensive client decision isn't about price. It's about saying yes before you know what you're actually agreeing to. The prompts are in the description. Save them before the next inquiry lands. Have you ever said yes to a client and immediately regretted it? Drop it in the comments. I might build the next video around it. If this was useful, subscribe. New systems for solo business owners every week.